Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to another video. We're not doing best available or anything else. We are doing teams that have been active in free agency and have signed players. So we've done the Dallas Cowboys already, my team, America's team. Let's go with the Arizona Cardinals. So they have signed Isaac Seumalo, the guard, to a 3-year, $31 million deal. Tyler Algier, the running back from Atlanta, 2 years, $12 million. Roy Lopez, the interior defensive tackle, 2 years, $10 million. Kendrick Bourne, the former Eagles, 49ers, been just about everywhere, wide receiver, 30-year-old receiver, 2 years, $10 million. The backup quarterback, Gardner Minshew, former Jaguar, Raider, Chief, now part of the Arizona Cardinals. 1 year, $5 million. LJ Collier, interior defensive tackle, 1 year, $2 million. And Matt Pryor, the guard, 31, 1 year, doesn't say. So probably not a ton of money. So next, the Atlanta Falcons. They signed Jake Bailey, the punter, 28 years old, to 3 years, $9 million. Austin Hooper, the tight end, 31 years old, to 1 year, $3.25 million. Cam Thomas, the former Arizona Cardinal, Chiefs, Browns edge defender, DN, linebacker, 26 years old, 1 year, $3.095 million or $3,095,000. Christian Harris, linebacker, 25 years old, to doesn't have the deal, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Omaled Zacharias, the wide receiver, and Nick Folk, the kicker. Our former kicker. Baltimore Ravens have signed John Simpson, the guard. 3 years, $30 million. That is their lone signing. Yeah. They did trade for Max Crosby. 2 first-round picks. But that's not a free agent move necessary. It was a trade, and they gave up 2 first-round picks. But they do have Max Crosby. The Bills signed D. Alford, cornerback, 28 years old. 3 years, $15.75 million. Kyle Allen, backup quarterback, 30 years old. 2 years, $4.1 million. Mitch Wisniewski, 34-year-old punter, to a 1 year. It doesn't have, guess that information will come out. Some of these contracts don't have the specs. Carolina Panthers grabbed the edge defender I thought we might try to get, and Jalen Phillips, 26.8 years old, almost 27. More than I would have paid for him. If he was 23 or 24 and starting to show more production, now he has a lot of pressures, but they have not accumulated into sacks. 4 years, $120 million. So at least the Eagles didn't get him. They also signed Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars, 27 years old. 3 years, $45 million. Kenny Pickett, backup quarterback, 27 years old. 1 year, $7.5 million. Caleb Evans, cornerback, 26 years old. 1 year, doesn't have the financials. David Moore, receiver, Isaiah Simmons, and Robert Rochelle. And doesn't have the financials on those. Chicago Bears signed safety Kobe Bryant, of course. The guy I would have liked to have had from Seattle. 26 years old. 3 years, $40 million. Also signed a former Cowboy, Neville Gallimore, former defensive tackle for the Cowboys, 29 years old, to a 2-year, $10 million deal. Case Keenum, 38-year-old backup quarterback, 2 years, $5 million. Khalif Raymond, wide receiver, 31, 1 year, $5.1 million. Braxton Jones, 26-year-old tackle, 1 year, $5 million. Cam Lewis, 28-year-old cornerback, 2 years, doesn't have the rest of it. And then Contavious Street, who's bounced around a lot of teams. The Bengals have signed Boy Mafe, former Seahawks, outside edge rusher, 27 years old, to replace Trey Hendrickson, 3 years, $60 million. Brian Cook, the safety, 26 years old, 3-year, $40 million deal. No offensive lineman or nothing. Yeah. Cleveland Browns have signed guard Zion Johnson, 26 years old, to 3 years, $49.5 million. Elton Jenkins, the center, 30 years old, 2 years, $24 million. Quincy Williams, the Jets linebacker, 29 years old, 2 years, $17 million. Tevin Jenkins, the guard, undisclosed financials there. Denver Broncos have signed J.K. Dobbins to a 2-year, $20 million deal. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, 2 years, $15 million deal. Detroit Lions signed Cade Mays, 26-year-old center from the Panthers, 3 years, $25 million deal, which I think is better than the Lindenbaum. Rocky Sin, the corner, to a 1-year, $4 million deal. Malcolm Rodriguez, their free agent linebacker, 26 years old. Doesn't have the financials on the rest of these. Isaiah Pacheco and Larry Borum. So those are their signings so far. Green Bay Packers have signed Benjamin St. Just, 28-year-old corner, 2 years, $10 million. Darian Kennard, the right tackle, 26 years old, 1 year, $3.75 million. Houston Texans, big fish at the safety position, Reed Blankenship, 27 years old, 3 years, $24.7 million. Braden Smith, the right tackle, 29 years old, 2 years, $20 million. Jake Hummel, 27-year-old linebacker, 2 years, $4.7 million. Dominique Robinson, edge defender, 27 years old, 1 year, $4 million. The Indianapolis Colts signed their other big-time receiver, Alec Pierce, 25 years old, 4 years, $114 million deal. Arden Key, 29-year-old edge rusher, 2 years, $20 million. They also traded Michael Pittman. The Jaguars have only signed Dennis Gardick, edge rusher, 31 years old. Doesn't have the financials. Have not made any other moves. The Kansas City Chiefs have signed Kenneth Walker III, 25-year-old Seattle running back, 3 years, $43 million. Aloy Gilman, the safety, 28 years old, 3 years, $24 million. Chris Tonga, interior D tackle, 3 years, $21 million. Travis Kelce to a 1 year, $12 million deal. Tyquan Thornton, former Patriot, 25-year-old receiver, 2 years, $11 million deal. Las Vegas Raiders have signed Tyler Lindenbaum, the big offensive lineman fish, 25 years old, to a 3-year, $81 million deal. Kwity Paye, the former edge rusher For the Colts, 27 years old, 3 years, $48 million. Quay Walker, the former Packers linebacker, 25, 3 years, $40 million. Nakobe Dean, 25, formerly of the Eagles, 3 years, $36 million. Jalen Naylor, former receiver to the Patriots and some other teams for Eagles as well. 27 years old, 3 years, $35 million. Eric Stokes, cornerback, 27 years old, 3 years, $30 million. Malcolm Kuntz, 27-year-old pass rusher, 1 year, $11 million. Kuntz was one of the names I floated out for the Cowboys. No longer available. The Chargers got Tyler Biadasz, 28-year-old center, former Cowboy and Redskin, 3 years, $30 million. Charlie Kohler, former tight end of the Ravens, 27 years old, 3 years, $24 million. Cole Strange, guard, formerly of the Patriots and Jaguars, 27, 2 years, $13 million. Alec Ingold, former Raider fullback, got him for 2 years, $7 million. And Dean Leonard, a 26-year-old corner, their own, 1 year, and no other financials. The LA Rams signed Jalen Watson, the Chiefs corner, 27 years old, 6'4" corner, 3 years, $51 million. Plus, they also got Trent McDuffie in a trade. So, F them picks again, I guess. The Dolphins signed Malik Willis, 26-year-old former Titan. Liberty quarterback to 3 years, $67 million deal. Who's he going to throw to? I don't know. Greg Deutsch, tight end, 25 years old, 1 year, $3 million. Zane Gonzalez, kicker, 30 years old. No financials available, so the Dolphins, good luck. You're going to need it. The Vikings signed James Pierre, the corner, 29 years old, 2 years, $8 million. Andrew DePola, the long snapper, 1 year, $1.75 million. Really? Long snapper? Bruh. The Patriots signed Romeo Doubs, 25-year-old Green Bay Packers receiver, 4 years, $68 million. Elijah Vera Tucker, the former Jets guard, standout All-Pro guard, 26 years old, 3 years, $42 million. Draymond Jones, pass rusher, 29 years old, 3 years, $36 million. And Reggie Gilman, the fullback, 3 years, $10 million. Romeo Doubs. There you go. The New Orleans Saints signed David Edwards, the guard, former Bills and Rams, 4 years, $61 million. Travis Etienne, the running back from the Jaguars, 4 years, $52 million. Caden Ellis, the linebacker that used to be in New Orleans, 3 years, $33 million. Ryan Wright, the punter, 25 years old, 4 years, $14 million. John Ridgeway, our former draft pick at Arkansas, 26-year-old D-tackle, 2 years, $5 million. And then Noah Fant, tight end. New York Giants signed Isaiah Likely, tight end from Baltimore, 25 years old, 3 years, $40 million. Said Baltimore loses both their tight ends. Jermaine Elomore, the right tackle, 31 years old, 3 years, $39 million. Tremaine Edmonds, 27-year-old linebacker, former Bill and Bear, 33 years, $36 million. Jordan Stout, 27-year-old punter, for 3 years, $12 million. Greg Newsome, the 25-year-old corner, 1 year, $10 million. Jason Sanders, kicker. They re-signed Micah McFadden. Of course they do. Ardarfius Washington, the safety, and Isaiah Hodgins, their receiver. The New York Jets signed Joseph Asai from the Bengals, 25-year-old edge rusher, 3 years, $34 million. Demario Davis, 37-year-old linebacker, 2 years, $22 million. Kingsley Nagbre, pass rusher from the Packers, 26 years old, 1 year, $10 million. Nashawn Wright, our former corner and Bears corner, 27 years old, 1 year, $5 million. Dane Belton, 25-year-old safety, 1 year, $4 million. Andrew Beck, the fullback, 1 year, $1.5 million. The Philadelphia Trash Pigeons have signed Tariq Woolen, or Rick Woolen, the 26-year-old Seattle corner that we wanted. For it doesn't say the financials. Good grief. Pittsburgh Steelers signed Jamal Dean, 29-year-old corner, 3 years, $36 million. Rico Dowdle, the running back that ran all over us last year, 2 years, $12 million. 49ers signed Mike Evans, 32-year-old Tampa Bay receiver, 3 years, $42 million. Vadarian Lowe, left tackle, 2 years, $9 million. They also get Garrett Wallow, outstanding linebacker from the Falcons. Seahawks signed Rashid Shaheed, 27-year-old receiver they got from New Orleans, 3 years, $51 million. Josh Jobe, the corner, 27 years old, 3 years, $24 million. The Buccaneers re-signed Cade Otton, 26-year-old tight end, 3 years, $30 million. Alex Anzalone, former Detroit Lion, 31-year-old linebacker, 2 years, $17 million. Kenneth Gainwell, the running back from the Steelers, 2 years, $14 million. Tennessee Titans signed Wan'Dale Robinson, 25-year-old receiver, 4 years, $70 million. John Franklin Myers, D-tackle, 29-year-old, 3 years, $63 million. Avante Taylor, 27-year-old corner from New Orleans, 3 years, $58 million. Cordell Flott, 24-year-old corner from New York, 3 years, $45 million. Daniel Bellinger, 25-year-old tight end, 3 years, $24 million. Austin Slotman, the center, 2 years, $9 million. Joshua Williams, corner. Mitch Trubisky, backup quarterback. Yeesh. We should have grabbed Bellinger. And then the Commanders. Almost forgot about their sorry butts. Odafe Owe, edge rusher, 4 years, $100 million. Yet you got fleeced. Leo Chanel, the 25-year-old linebacker, that's a pretty good one. 3 years, $24, that's pretty good. Tim Settle, D-tackle, 3 years, $24, that's not horrible. Amik Robertson, 27-year-old corner, 2 years, $16 million. And Marcus Mariota, bring him back for 1 year, $7 million. So that is your free agent update, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications once we hit 100 doing a free giveaway. And I hope that next time I report to you, we got Trey Hendrickson or somebody else. Anyway, guys, love y'all. Peace out.